5 thrillers based on real-life events. Number 1. Girl by Abigail Dean. Can a book about a child's kidnapping really be profoundly entertaining? Yes, according to Jenny Colgan, who describes Girl A as a lovely precision-tooled piece of kit. Abigail Dean is a lawyer, and the Girl A in her novel is Lex, who was held captive by her parents as a child. When she and her siblings inherit the childhood home, they are confronted again with their past. Dean drew from a number of infamous legal cases, including those of English child killers Rose and Fred West, and the California couple David and Louise Turpin, who in 2019 were convicted of sexually abusing 12 of their 13 children. I'm sure Jenny Colgan is right, and that the sensationalist framing hides a thoughtful and deeply felt commitment to confront and conquer ugly deeds. Number 2. The Girls by Emma Cline. Emma Cline has said that The Girls is not about the Manson family, and that's true in the same way that We Need to Talk About Kevin is not technically about Columbine. It's a brilliantly clever denial. This thriller balances on a knife edge, using what we know about the Manson family, a Californian death cult who murdered 7 people over 2 nights, including the actress Sharon Tate and her unborn child, to make us fear for Evie, the book's central character. Evie is 14, bored, and easily charmed. One day in summer, she meets a captivating character. Will her innocence be the undoing of her? It connects very deeply to questions of radicalization that left me wondering what pushes or draws people into groups where violent acts are normalized. Number 3. Room by Emma Donoghue. It took me time to adjust to the voice in this novel. You find yourself asking, would a 5-year-old structure a story sequentially? Would he express himself in italics? Then you begin to understand Jack's situation, and Donoghue's story takes over. Jack and Ma are being held captive by Old Nick, a violent man who repeatedly rapes Ma. Jack cannot understand how desperate his situation is because Ma shields him from the truths that she must face. What's frightening to Jack, and what becomes terrifying to the reader, is the world beyond, which Jack only experiences through the television. The novel was inspired by the story of Elizabeth Fritzl, and the focus is really on what happens when a world collapses, as Jack's world does on the day when he escapes. Number 4. Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. So many mystery writers have taken the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby as inspiration, but Agatha Christie must surely have been the first. Just 2 years after the 20-month-old boy was taken from his parents, aviators Charles and Anne Lindbergh, Christie published Murder on the Orient Express, with a plot that revolves around a similar abduction. It's an intricate and beautifully crafted thriller, a locked-room mystery on wheels. But it's so much more. It took me some time to realize that this is actually a horrifying little tale, because the release of information is so slow and so clinically controlled. The murder at the story's heart is so profoundly disturbing. Readers at the time must have found themselves asking, too soon. Number 5. The Silence of the Lambs by Thomas Harris. This book made me feel actively dirty, complicit in deeds that disgusted me, and yet I've read it 3 times. Why? Because Hannibal Lecter is a superb creation. Harris based the character on Dr. Alfredo Valli Trevino, a prison doctor he met while conducting interviews in a Mexican jail. Dr. Trevino was in fact an inmate, a death row prisoner awaiting execution, a quietly charismatic man and highly intelligent. Harris's Lecter is the serial killer's brilliant mind, with a capacity far beyond anything we can imagine in ourselves. Who cares how unlikely that actually is? Lecter is so damn charismatic that a small part of me, a bad part for sure, wants to cheer him on. Thank God, then, for Clarice Starling, the moral center of the novel. Interesting, too, that Trevino's actual crimes, a string of hitchhiker murders, are committed in Harris's novel by the character of Buffalo Bill.
Hey, thanks for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe this channel.